People. Good night, everybody. If you're watching this, you are epic, lit, legendary. And you know it's Lex, the hottest in the universe, baby. So today, we're going to be talking about this Mercury Retrograde and all the influx of thoughts going around. And we also going to take a more in-depth examination and look at the Aquarius energy. Remember, we had the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in Aquarius. What happened? Y'all forgot about the conjunction? Now that conjunction done, what's up? Conjunction done, and Saturn and Jupiter is still in Aquarius. So we gonna discuss that. So make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com and pick up a copy of the hottest book. And y'all know it's the hottest designer. So y'all, you know you're gonna see something you like. You know you're gonna see something you like. Go on to easycomplex.com and check out all of the great merch that we have on there. This one is an exclusive though. You know what I'm saying? If you got this, shout out to you. And this one is very rare. Alright? Life is a party, baby. So celebrate life. Alright? And during this Mercury retrograde, it's very imperative and important that you stay in a state where you kind of celebrating yourself, right? Because Mercury deals with an influx of thoughts. Mercury deals with reflection. And think about retro Air Jordans, right? Anytime it's a Mercury retrograde, they somehow manage to drop a pair of retro Air Jordans. Now, when you think of retro Air Jordans, you always say, didn't they drop these already? And it makes you kind of reflect, right? So when you're dealing with Mercury retrograde, it's very similar to retro Air Jordans, where it makes you kind of think back in the past, right? Retro. And Mercury retrograde, I know a lot of y'all might get mad at me, but an aspect of Mercury retrograde, they say that it's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Because they say that Mercury retrograde only happens from the Earth's perspective, right? So it's like, is Mercury is Mercury revolving around you, or are you revolving around Mercury? You know what I'm saying? It's all about perspective. And you know, where is Mercury in your chart? You know, so Mercury deals with the conscious forefront of our minds, right? So Mercury is like, what's on your mind? You know, it's the closest planet to the sun, so it's very quick. And Mercury is never too far away from the sun. So I'm a Pisces, right? And my Mercury is in Pisces. So Mercury is close by, right? So a lot of times your Mercury sign will be the same as your sun sign, or it'll be the sign before it, right? Or a little bit after, possibly. Mercury never travels very far away from the sun. So Mercury is retrograde, and there's an aspect to Mercury that is somewhat of an illusion. So it's all about how you choose to see it. So that's why when you're dealing with this influx of thoughts on the forefront of your mind, it's up to you to you can implement an aspect of Saturn, right? Because Saturn is in Aquarius. We're gonna get into that. But Saturn is very particular. With the Mercury in retrograde, you have to kind of be an observer, right? You got to kind of be a conscious observer. And remember, Mercury deals with the forefront of consciousness. So you wanna watch the influx. You want to embrace it. You want to embrace the retrograde, right? Because Mercury retrograde, a lot of astrologers say that it's not a great time to implement new plans. So if you don't want to implement new plans, you can consciously observe what you're already doing, and you can observe it from a more positive perspective, right? So you rocking with the best. And make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com. You know you're going to see something you like. So we talking about Aquarius now. Aquarius deals with social groups. Aquarius deals with technology and innovation in the internet. Without Aquarius, you don't have technology, and without technology, you don't have the internet, and then you don't have social media, right? So Aquarius rules social groups. Now we have Jupiter and Saturn. We had the conjunction in Aquarius, right? The Saturn and Jupiter is still in Aquarius. Jupiter is a little bit ahead, and Saturn is like the old principal in the school, right? Saturn is very particular, and Saturn is very slow, and it wants to regulate, right? So Saturn is walking around and it's telling you what you could do and what you can't do. And we have Saturn in Aquarius, and Aquarius rules social groups, and we have Saturn, the planet of regulation, there, right? And we have Uranus and Taurus, right? And Uranus is the oddball planet, and Uranus is the unorthodox in how it maneuvers. And Taurus is finances. So watch this. We have the Reddit users, right? And Reddit is Aquarius because it's social groups on social media, and they corroborated and they did unorthodox Uranus and Taurus finances. They did a short squeeze on the GameStop stock. Now this is very interesting, right? Because we got Saturn in Aquarius. And remember, Saturn is like the old principal walking around regulating everything and putting limitations on things and being the disciplinarian, right? And we got Saturn, GameStop. Saturn said the game is over. Done. You're done. Saturn said game stop, right? So and then we see that I think board members of financial institutions are talking about regulating social groups, and y'all see that Robinhood is out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all can check out the past video I did on Aquarius. You can check out the live I have with PM Infinity and the live I have with Wise Royalty, and we're going in on this, right? So we love astrology, and with the Mercury Retrograde, like I can only tell you guys what it means in general. So with Mercury Retrograde, you gotta look at your natal chart, right? And depending on where Mercury is in your house, that's where you might see that influx of thoughts, right? So you can check out your chart. If you want me to check out your chart, I think we're gonna put something on the website, and you can also send me an email or send me a DM, Instagram right there, because we love astrology. So guys, this is another very interesting thing, right? We're gonna put the chart up for a day in the future. Now guys, we have 7 planets in Aquarius. This next season is all about social groups, right? We've been talking about this going in. So we're going to see innovative things happening, right? Uranus and Taurus. Taurus is very action-based, and Uranus is the oddball. So we're going to see a lot of oddball maneuvers when it comes to finances, and a lot of unorthodox things, such as that Reddit short squeeze, right? And hold up. Shout out my finance niggas. Shout out my stock niggas. Shout out my crypto niggas. Shout out my Taurus niggas. You heard? We love finances. We're gonna see a lot of unorthodox things happen in the area of finances, because we have Uranus and Taurus, and we have Mars and Taurus. Now listen, Uranus and Mars together, that's a busy situation. That's a lituation, right? So we have Uranus and Mars and Taurus, and Mars deals with action, right? And it's in Taurus. It's very action-based energy right now. And we have Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. So Jupiter deals with expansion and Saturn deals with contraction. So Uranus is about innovation and Taurus is earth ground, right? It's an earth sign, and Taurus is action. It's very action based. There's a very strong action based modality with Taurus, and Taurus rules finances. You gotta take action with finances, right? So when it comes to Uranus in Taurus and Mars in Taurus, there's gonna be a lot of these direct, unorthodox financial approaches, right? And we have Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, and we're gonna see it within social groups. And y'all see, Saturn is regulation and limitations and discipline, right? Saturn is the old principle. And then we have Saturn, we have the board members, right, talking about having a meeting of regulating Reddit and regulating these unorthodox Uranus and Taurus moves, right? And this is a very interesting phenomenon because Uranus and Taurus squares Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, right? So this is why we love astrology. And y'all look, we've been going in on this. So make sure y'all get in tune and get focused. And go to easycomplex.com. Guarantee you're gonna see something you like. So we got 7 planets in Aquarius, and we have Mars in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus squaring these 7 planets in Aquarius, right? So we're gonna see a lot of action from social groups, and the particular aspect of it that's gonna be heightened is finances, right? And this is a brief side note. We have USA's chart right here, and y'all see that USA has Pluto in the 2nd house, right? And the 2nd house is finances, and y'all could go back to the last video where y'all know the camera be bugging out. It's Aquarius. Y'all could go back to the last video where we're talking about Pluto, and Pluto is in Capricorn in the 2nd house of the USA. So there will be transformation in the aspect of finances, and within all of these disciplinarian-like modalities and all this regulation, there is gonna be innovation as well. So guys, we're gonna see it in spurts, right? We're gonna see it in spurts, right? So guys, this has been a very epic video, and y'all know that y'all epic, legendary. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all enjoyed this. So y'all know, going to easycomplex.com and can parlay with the best. So we went in. We was talking about Mercury Retrograde, right? Mercury Retrograde. When you think of Mercury Retrograde, think about retro Air Jordans and how they bring it back, right? They'll have like a 2005 Jordan, and then when you see that, like, I know sometimes I'll see some of them, and I'll be like, yo, I think I had that. I think I had those Jordans. And then it'll make me think back to like 2003, 2004. You know what I'm saying? When we was outside. And then within that, you might catch yourself thinking about something else, and then your thoughts will branch off, right? And that's the retrograde. That's retrograde activity. And within you bouncing off and having those moments of reflection, you might catch yourself with the Dash So Raven face on. You might have the Dash So Raven face looking like, ah. And within that moment of introspection, you can create a more positive perspective, right? Because Mercury retrograde, Mercury appears to move backward from the Earth's perspective, right? But some say it's an illusion, right? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Shout out to the Aquarius social groups, technology, and the internet. And this is a very, very dope month for Aquarius, guys. We have 7 planets in Aquarius. So it's all about socializing. Have fun, right? The opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo. You gotta have fun, right? when you having the influx within those thoughts, you gotta have fun at the right times, and maybe this is how you could have fun through the retrograde, right? So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and make sure you, like we said, have fun, celebrate life. Life is a party. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate life and have fun and be yourself. All right. So we love to have fun and we love positive vibes, and you're epic, lit, legendary. We out of here. Peace. Yeah.